Great morning so far. It got pretty cold last night. Forecast was for about 40. I completely believe it. It seemed like it was even colder than that. But you can see here I've got a wonderful sunrise going on over there. It's about 8 o'clock now. I've only been up for about 15 minutes, or out of the tent I should say 15 minutes. Kind of got a slow start. I'm kind of taking it easy in this trip, I guess. Time for breakfast. Along with my hot chocolate this morning, I'm making some cold cereal. I just got some granola cereal and I mix it with a little bit of powdered milk, and see, there's actually some malt in there, and that makes a very delicious breakfast food, and it's quick and easy. Just add, in this case I add 3 ounces of water to hydrate that milk, and whammo, I have some wonderful cold cereal. Had a really good night's sleep, other than the beaver slapping on here. Look how wet this tent is. It's sagging too. I don't dare touch it. Still, nylon tents, they tend to do that. They sag a little bit because of the fabric stretches, absorbs all the moisture, but it is absolutely soaked inside and out. Unfortunately, some of this water you see here is inside where I touched it. Some of it's outside, but it's just absolutely soaked with water that way, inside and out. So I'm going to try and not touch the thing, let it dry out a little bit here. I might have to towel that one this morning. Got a little bit of time-lapse photography going on over here, and clear blue skies. Yeah, I went to retrieve the food barrel, and there, laying on the ground under it was this piece of blue wire. It's an insulated wire, and this plastic belt buckle, which I assume that's a Boy Scout symbol or logo on it. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with it at all. Packing them out. My otter buddies are here to say goodbye. Too bad all the Boundary Waters landings can't be like this one. This is where I camped last night, right up there in that little point. Again, it was right here by the landing. There was a few people that went through last night, but that was it. Other than that, it was quiet. But look at this landing. Just sandy, shallow enough. Lots of room. And they have a pretty nice set of steps that Forest Service, I assume, has made, or volunteers. Pretty incredible. I just have to get this pack and yoke out of here. Fits pretty tight in the canoe, but if I get it in there just right, it's not so bad. Right there. Normally I clamp my yoke on, I just set it there since it's such a short distance. And then I gotta find a place to put the canoe. I think I'll carry it up and set it on that grassy spot up there. Some people will just leave it right here in the way, and I don't really care for that. If you get a large group come through, there might not be enough room, so I'm not in a hurry. I'll set it up there. It's about 11:15. I'm walking the portage here, double packing it between Tin Can Mike and Horse Lake. Beautiful path. You can see there maybe behind me. Big wide open path, had a lot of maintenance done on it. Pretty awesome. No brush, no roots, no rocks. Pretty crazy, really. But had a really nice relaxing morning. Hoping this is my only portage of the day. Kind of hoping just to stay on horse and check out some of the old railroad logging sites, and it's an old logging camp at the north end of the lake. I'd like to go see that. We'll see. All you can hope for that your plans work out. Man, talk about trail maintenance. Look at this thing. They cribbed up a flat walking path here. Got a little rock-filled stream crossing. Another cribbed area with a big honking ditch over here. Put in stakes to hold it all in place. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And a lot of these turnouts here to drain water. No matter how easy or how long a portage is, when you can start to see the lake through the trees that you're coming to, that's a pretty good feeling. Sometimes on really warm days you can feel the breeze coming off the lake like I can right now, although it's not that warm out today. Yeah, it's got kind of a bit of a downhill here. Oh yeah, a lot of maintenance. So water turnouts and flat and gravel filled pads. Well, thank you to whoever did all that work. Oh, there's a tag. Oh, that's funny. I wonder if that's a flag that says something Intel check or something like that. I don't know, but I wonder if that's for when they were cruising this place to get everybody out here in September, or excuse me, in August. Wow, look at this thing. Big gravel pad. Well, I can see there's a site open right across the way. Always get a little excited. Want to get going, but I have to go back and get the canoe yet. I didn't record the crossing of Horse Lake at all. It's a beautiful, flat, calm day. I don't see anybody around. I paddled up about the middle of the lake. I'll show you on the map later, but I got up here and there's the little peninsula site by where the Horse River comes out, and it was a nice sandy beach area because the water's so low. And I went up there, and well, I'd love to have stayed there, but there was a canoe there and a black garbage bag full of food laying on the ground. And I looked around. There's no tents, no sign of any people. There was life jacket and portaging yoke and all that stuff for the canoe. So I didn't really understand what was going on there. I assumed somebody maybe went up the Horse River fishing or something for the day with somebody else. So it appeared to be occupied to me. So I went just to the next campsite to the north, which is this beautiful site in the Grove of Pines. Pretty wonderful. Got my tent set up. I'm just sitting down to make some food, and a canoe come up the lake, a couple of guys, and they landed there at that site, and they are apparently going to stay there. They're laughing, talking about the bag of trash and the canoe, and too bad, so sad, all this kind of stuff. It's kind of disappointing. If I didn't already have my tent set up, I think I'd move on just because they're kind of loud. But we'll see how it goes. You know, maybe the people will come back from fishing and kick them out of there. Who knows? That's the layers. I'm getting rained on by pine needles here, kind of neat. What a beautiful day. I got a beautiful campsite here. Landing's not the best, but other than that, I'm absolutely wonderful. Oh yeah, lunch today is barbecue chicken. I'm a little concerned about getting drinking water here in Horse Lake because this green algae, I assume you can see that. The whole lake is covered in a skim of it. Probably show well from this angle. Lots and lots of it. And try something a little bit different, which I haven't tried here in the Boundary Waters before. Been successful at home, but I was trying to make a flint and steel fire, traditional, not a ferro rod. This is a real flint and steel. It's an Altoids tin. It's been burned to make char cloth. A little piece of jute twine. There's some char cloth that's been pre-made. It's just cotton cloth that's been basically baked in a little tin like this with a bent hole on a fire. And the steel. Looks like just this guy forges these himself by hand. And then some pieces of flint. Couple different pieces. First thing I have to do is prepare something to catch the ember, because the ember is very tiny. I have no idea what to try exactly out here, but I'm going to try some old man's beard. This is pretty plentiful back here in the woods. Got a little chipmunk here trying to help me. So we'll make a little bird's nest out of this stuff, because this is kind of nice, fluffy, very flammable. I have some birch bark, which I picked up off the ground back in the woods. And I've got some inner bark from a spruce tree that was broken off back there. And again, picked this up back in the woods. It's very dry. Supposedly you can fluff this up and make a tinder. Hey, little chippy. The little chipmunk right here is going to try and help me. Let's try this white piece before I've used this one successfully. We are going to take a piece of char cloth and lay it on top of the flint, like so. We take the steel and grab it like this. It's got a flat edge. We're going to go like this and there it caught. I don't know if it's going to focus. It is actually burning pretty good already. Though the old man's beard is proving ineffective. Put some birch bark in there. So close. Yeah, for attempt number 2, I'm going to try a little bit of this jute twine. I didn't use this the first time because I brought it with me. I was trying to use something I had found here. I think I could shred up some birch bark, might help too. We're going to do this. Make a little ball, all kinds of little exposed fibers. There we go. Make a piece of flint. Send our charcoal off on top of it. It's already burning. Get the heat to go up. It's going. I'll put this in the fire. There it is. That jute twine burned pretty hot once it got going there, and lighted the birch bark that I have in there on fire. And then I have all my little sticks, all different levels of tinder, all ready to go. Have a fire here in just a minute. Didn't really mention this fireplace. Really nice. It was already all made up like this. I cut a bunch of firewood, got that all ready to go for the night. It's a little bit early to start a fire, about 5:30, 5:45. But it's alright. Sit around and watch the fire for a while and make some dinner pretty soon. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful evening. Dinner tonight is going to be a Camp Chow single. The only pre-made meal I brought with me that I purchased. Get these from Camp Chow, which is made at the Trail Center on the Gunflint Trail. Pretty awesome stuff. This one is a ham mac and cheese. I've had it before. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a little, heavier than some of my other stuff, so good thing to eat out of the pack. Plus, it's delicious and just sounds really good tonight.